Hey old soul, just over a year ago I sold everything I owned and moved to the land of Bali with my ex-husband and 3 kids. Now I live my dream life, traveling first class around the world, teaching others how to do the same. If you are ready for a life that is so abundant and free, where money flows like air so effortlessly that you don't even care because you are simply focusing on you and allowing everything to be true, then you are exactly where you need to be. Let me teach you how to be wildly abundant and insanely free. Stay right here. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in this beautiful, beautiful world. Welcome. Welcome to my live, welcome to my home. Welcome into my frequency, where we can have fun and play. And remember that life was not meant to be taken too seriously. So I'm going to tell you this story. It must have been 2 years ago now. And one of the things on my Bali bucket list was to go up Mount Batur. And this is like a 4-hour hike. And, I haven't been hiking at all. I'm obviously not an unfit person. Like, I move my body every single day. But hiking up a mountain, who knows how that was going to go. So I go for this hike. Me and 3 of my beautiful, beautiful friends who had traveled from all around the world to come visit me in Bali. And the night before the hike, we're eating dinner and we're like in this random town. It's like near behind Kintamani. And we're in this random town in rural Bali, and there's not really anything to do in this random town. Like, it's got local warongs and local places that just, I love luxury. I can deal with like camping vibes and funny things that make me laugh, but I can't deal with it for too long. So we're at this random local restaurant, and my friends are like, oh, we'll just have a bintang, like not in the mindset of what's happening tomorrow. Now, I had been primed about this Mount Batur hike because when I was doing one of my other Bali bucket list adventures, staying in this beautiful hotel in Seminyak, I met this couple. And they were like, Eva, it's really, 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 really hard. Like the hardest walk I have ever done. So mentally, I was prepared. I was like, this is going to be really, really, really hard. This is going to be crazy. And when my friends were having bintangs the night before with dinner, and they're like, Eva, would you like a bintang? And I was like, no, there's no way I'm drinking the night before a massive hike. And mind you, fast forward a few years, I don't really drink anymore these days. Anyway, they have their beer. We go to bed. We have to wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning. So we've got to wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning to go up this massive mountain. And we wake up and the driver comes and picks us up. And we start to go and it's freezing. So they give us these massive like ski jackets, and we're wearing these ski jackets up the mountain. Now we're in Bali. So this is not this stock standard. It's not like a Western country's walk. It's like you're literally just walking up this really skinny dirt track that's like, really, really, really steep. So we're walking up the mountain, and I have this moment at the start where my mind's like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to do this. And then I overcome that block in my psyche that was like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. And I just kept walking. I just kept moving towards it. And my friends that didn't have any thought, didn't have any expectation of what it was going to be like, really, really struggled. Like, they had to stop at every level. They were like, whoa, that was really, really hard. And I'm smashing this walk because I am in the mindset of this is going to be really, really hard. And so naturally, when I came to the mountain, it was really easy. Now, as we're climbing this mountain and we're getting higher and higher and higher, I then look back down. Like, I'm looking at the top and it feels like I'm never going to get there. Like, I can't see the top of this mountain because it's foggy, it's misty. I've got no idea where we're going. I have no idea how long we are traveling for. There's just, it's like the walk to nowhere. And then I turn back around and I see how far we've come, and I see the farms below and the animals and the lake and the mountains around and the clouds, and it is just the most exquisite thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And all I did on the same place was turn around and look the other way. The reason you are not happy and things are not going your way is because you're focused on where you're going. You're focused on the ideals. You're focused on, I just need to get there. I just need to get there. I just need to get there. Instead of turning around and go, oh my gosh, look how far I have come. Look at everything I have created. Look at all of the most beautiful things in this world. There's a really good book called The Gap and the Gain, and it's by Benjamin Hardy and Dan Sullivan. And it's a really, really potent book because it goes deep with how most people in life fall into the gap throughout their day, throughout their life. And people that are in the gap are never going to be fully satisfied. They're never going to be fully happy with their life and what they are creating, because you're constantly comparing yourself to an ideal that's never manifested. When you're constantly comparing yourself to, I need to be this version, I need to have that, I need to get here, it's like constantly aiming for the horizon. You're never going to get to the horizon. It doesn't exist. And this isn't by no means saying that your goals are not going to manifest. What I'm trying to say is, if you are here and you're comparing yourself to the version of you that has all the money, that has all the things, and you're not enjoying how far you've come, you're always going to be that thing that's chasing the rabbit, chasing the carrot. The rabbit that's always like, oh, the carrot's there. Oh, I'm a little bit closer, the carrot's here. I'm a little bit closer, the carrot's here. And you're never, ever going to get to the place where you are just so freaking happy and feeling truly successful. So a way to really step into this energy of appreciating, because I can tell you right now, the more you appreciate where you're at, how far you've come, everything that you've accomplished, the faster the goal manifests, because you're embodying wholeness, and it can only manifest through wholeness. When you are in separation, it cannot manifest because you're in lack. You're saying that the goal's here and you are here, but the only way to manifest it is by becoming one with the goal, because you don't manifest what you want, you manifest who you are. And so in order for you to manifest who you are, you must become one with the goal. And in order to become one with the goal, you must compile all of your successes. You must already feel that level of success that you have at the goal. And so the only way you do that is through appreciation, is through looking at everything that you have in your life. Everything. Because what people do is they discard their entire life. They discard all the lessons, all the memories, all the incredible things that they have created for this one ideal. It's, oh, screw the life I've just had. I just want that $10 million, or I just want this, or I just want that. And we're constantly fixated on this one thing. And we've discarded a whole life full of soul lessons and memories and things that have made us this incredible person that we are. The people that are really successful at this, that are constantly focused on the success and the accumulation of everything that they have, look at everything positively. Positive people live longer than negative people. Positive people are genuinely more happier. Positive people do not get sick for long periods of time. So if you find yourself hanging out with people that complain, that are negative, it's not about toxic positivity. Yes, feel your feelings, but know that when you're stuck in complaining and lower level vibrations, you're never fully going to be able to live a life beyond your wildest dreams and truly step into this level. Now, we're constantly trained to want more through social media, through FOMO, through all the things. We're constantly looking at other people and what they have and then comparing our lives to them, because we're measuring the wrong success. You're measuring your life compared to somebody else instead of comparing your life to how far you've come, comparing yourself to who you were yesterday. It's the wrong measure. And so it's about getting the right measurements on what you need to compare yourself with. What do you value success as? What are your values? What do you really see true success as? Because I know most of you are living lives that your past self could have only ever dreamed of, and it's still not enough, because you are comparing yourself to a future version, this ideal of, oh my God, but I'm not living in that dream house just yet. Oh, but I'm not living here, but I'm not living there. It's like, close your eyes and for a minute, just take away the thing that you're complaining about. Like if you're complaining about your house, you want a bigger house, just close your eyes and take your house away and imagine that you're living out on the street. When you take away, when you subtract that physical thing from your reality, you start to realize how lucky you are to have ever created it. If you complain about your kids, delete them from your life in your clairvoyance, in your visualization, and see what that feels like. You don't notice how much you have until you take it away. What's that old saying? They always go, you don't know what you lost until it's gone. You don't know what you have until it's gone. And it's so true. The second you take it away, you're like, oh my gosh, where is it? Where is it? But you're not grateful for it when you actually have it. So in order to keep living in the gain, the appreciation, the success that you have, everything has to be, and I always talk about this because I talk about the fact that your vibration is different from your frequency. Your frequency is like a bank that you accumulate throughout your lifetime. So every soul lesson goes into this frequency bank and it expands your frequency. It makes your frequency more potent. It doesn't matter what you're earning at that time because you have a stronger frequency because you're going through the life lessons, and nothing in life is bad. Everything goes into your frequency. It's a deposit into your frequency when your mindset allows it to be a deposit into your frequency. My marriage, well over a decade of marriage, most people would say, oh, you're divorced, you have 3 kids, you're unsuccessful. I'm like, I am the most successful person I know. My marriage was a huge success. I cannot tell you the woman I have become through being married that time, through depositing the lessons of that marriage into my frequency to become the strong, potent, powerful woman I am today. There has been nothing in my life that I regret, that I would turn back time for, that I do not see as a bonus, as a deposit into my frequency. And if you have things in your life that you regret, that you feel like you're not good enough, you're living in the gap, you're not living in the gain, you're not living in this potent place where you get to fully adopt and love the incredible person that you are. Being a high-level entrepreneur, most people on the planet are always comparing themselves to ideals. They are never happy. That's why my job is to heal broke millionaires. That's why I do energy work, to help go deep into your subconscious and reprogram that part of your mind, that part of your subconscious that's never fulfilled, that's never happy, that always wants more. And it's not about not wanting more. It's about coming from this place that I don't need more. I want it, but I don't need it. So when you come from the energy of needing, and a lot of people actually get this misconstrued, they'll say that they want something when the energetics around the word want is actually they need it. They feel like they can't be happy until they have the thing. You have to learn how to be happy now, because if you are not fully whole now, you're always going to be living in the gap, and your whole entire life is going to be that song from The Greatest Showman that's like, never enough, never, never. And you're always going to be constantly chasing. It's always going to be like, you get here and then you want more. You get here and then you want more. This isn't enough. This isn't what I want. And you are missing the gold of what your soul put you on this earth to receive. If you cannot feel successful now, if you cannot feel financially wealthy now, I will tell you right now in this moment that when you get the $1 million, you're still going to feel the same way. When you get the dream partner, you're still going to feel the same way. When you get the dream house, you're still going to feel the same way. It will not change anything. You have to learn how to upgrade your frequency through the life lessons, through the deposits. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. If you're falling asleep every single night and your last dialogue to yourself is not the frequency deposits, the emotional deposits in your bank account, into your frequency bank balance, about how much you achieved in the day, what you're proud of, how you are grateful for that, you are going to constantly be in this mindset. And you don't manifest in this mindset, by the way. You cannot have the thing that you desire when you're constantly in lack, when it's constantly like, but where is it? I hear this all the time. People are like, my income stayed the same for 2 years. And I'm like, cool, what can you be grateful about that for? You have an income, you are whole. But they're like, but it's just not good enough because I want to be here. But I want to be here. And so you're living here, not here. And we can't manifest when we're in this timeline, not this timeline. We have to bring everything. We have to bring all timelines into the present moment. And we do that through accepting the soul's journey with all of the things that's happened in your soul's journey. So what I invite you to do is, 1, write out all your values. What do you most value? And then 2, write out a success criteria. Write out the things that make you successful, not compared to anybody else, not because this person's got this, that person's got that. It's like, what makes you successful? And it can be things like, I get to wake up on my own rules. I make a passive income while I'm sleeping. I'm doing X, Y, Z, and you have a success criteria. And so every single thing that goes through your life has to align with the success criteria. And every single decision that you make has to align with the success criteria. And then you're measuring yourself upon yourself and how far you've come, because that's the only way to measure yourself. If you're measuring yourself from now to the future, you're always going to be in lack. It's always going to be like, oh, but I don't have the millionaire status. Oh, but I don't have the followers. Oh, but I don't have all the money in my business. You're in this lack loophole of it's not a vibe. The only way you can compare yourself to be in the gains and expanding your soul's evolution and your frequency is to look back and go, oh my gosh, look how far I have come. Deposit into frequency bank account. Look at how I handled the breakup of that relationship. Deposit. Look at how I handled the exit of that job. Deposit into my frequency bank balance. Look at how I treated my kids today. Deposit, deposit, deposit. You are sitting on a gold mine, and the gold mine is called your life up until this point. You are going to go places. You are going to accomplish phenomenal things. You are going to change the world. The things that you desire you to. It's the law of cause and effect. But if you keep comparing yourself to a future ideal, which is going to change, by the way, because the version of you that desires this version of you will not desire this version of you when you get to here, because your timeline's shifting so much and it's changing so much. It's never going to be the way that you see it. And so when you keep comparing yourself to a future ideal of you, when your timeline's shifting over here, the future ideal shifts over here, and you're constantly chasing the horizon, which you're never, ever going to get to. And so it's a self-fulfilling prophecy of failure. You will never be enough, and you will stay in this loop and this pattern and this weird warped thing in your subconscious that will always be like, you're not enough. It's never enough. You've got to look at how far you've come. You've got to look at the daily deposits into your frequency bank account. You need to be in this moment and celebrating you now, celebrating your success now, celebrating how far you've come now, because every single day when you sit and you're like, oh, but I don't have this. Oh, this video didn't get the followers I wanted. Oh, it's bullshit. It's, wow, I'm so proud of how I turned up in that moment. I am so proud of who I became today. I'm so proud of the discipline I had today. I'm so proud of the focus I had today. I'm so proud of who I was today. And you stay in that energy. And I can tell you right now, when you're in that energy, you're in your truth, you're in that place instead of constantly fucking comparing. The manifestations come like this. You quantum leap like crazy because you're not stuck in this delusional place, which is constantly comparing yourself to a projection from your current self, because the projection of your current self in this timeline that's on the future of this timeline, as you grow and evolve, this future timeline has to dissipate and change and move to get to this timeline. So you're never actually fully going to get there. So I know it sounds crazy, and really journal on this. But know that everything that you desire desires you to, and it is coming, but it's never going to come in the way that you think, because your mind right now on this timeline cannot comprehend the way that it's going to come on your future timeline, and really going through those life and death cycles so that you can become the phenomenal soul that you truly are. If you're ready to absolutely quantum leap, step into your highest possible timeline, I'm so excited. Make sure that you join the free 3-day From Survival Mode to Limitless Wealth Challenge. Do the inner work, post in the group. And if you feel the call to jump into the 6 weeks to quantum wealth, we have early bird now. The early bird price is going to end very, very, very soon. That program starts on the 10th of February. It is massive change, massive shifts in only 6 weeks. The version of you who you are right now is going to die, so the future version of you can come through, and in 6 weeks the shifts in your life are going to be astronomical. It's going to be wild, and for the first time ever, you will get the wealth consciousness life force energy activation session. So if you join now, you actually get early access to them. So it is smarter to join now if you feel the call for massive change, massive shifts, massive growth, and to become one with the finances that you desire so that they can just show up like this, and you can just stop searching. It's not a vibe to constantly look for everything outside of you. It's not a vibe to feel like you don't have the things that you desire. You can be the most happiest, most vitality, is that it's a word? The most vital, most exciting, most full of life version of you right now in this moment. You can absolutely step into that version now. He or she is available for you right now. If you're feeling the call, if your soul is pulling you into this massive change, into this huge shift, please come and join, because it will be absolutely life-changing. I'm going to pop the links below. I love you. I see you. Have the most beautiful, magical, phenomenal day. I'm sending 1,000,000 trillion blessings your way. Remember that you are the greatest gift that there is, and God put you on this earth so that you could transform everything through the gifts, through the light within you. I love you. I see you. Mwah.